But he isn't. He is one of the foremost sports commentators, especially football commentators, in the business. I've worked with him, thank you so much. I've worked with him on occasions like this, and he is a master of his art. You'll know him as soon as he comes on. He's Sky Television's Champions League representative. He's the touchline rep for Sky TV. You'll know his voice if you don't know his face, because you'll think he's Michael Aspel. But do me a favour, he's been waiting a long time to come on tonight. He's an absolute top exponent of his art. Would you please let him know that even though he's running on a bit, you appreciate the fact that he's come along tonight. This is Mr. Bob Hall. He's got the red book and everything.
Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Can we just ask for a round of applause for Tony? He's worked very hard all evening. Great job holding it together. It's not an easy job. Well done indeed, Tony. As you said, I do indeed have the red book. You know, every once in a while when you do jobs like this, you get the sort of offer that even if you were the other side of the world, you would say, that's the job I want to do, and this is the job I wanted to do here tonight. It is a privilege. If you look at the back of your Don Revie, This Is Your Night, you'll see a rather splendid black-white photograph on the back from 1974 when Don was collared, I believe in the City Fleet somewhere, by Eamon Andrews, who was the then host of This Is Your Life, and as Tony has already said, he was replaced by Michael Aspel. And so many people have said to me over the years, particularly as my hair has gone slightly lighter and I've stopped using the Grecian 2000, that I do bear a passing resemblance to him. So I presume that's why, at least one of the reasons why I was asked to do this job. We're going to look back at the Don Revie era. What an era it was too. There will be fun, there will be tales from the dressing room, there will be tales of players, there will be tales of battles, nostalgia and maybe even a little pain somewhere along the way. But let's remember that it was those 13 years with Don in charge that shaped this club to become one of the world's elite. Don Revie was manager of Leeds United for 741 games, and I don't know whether you know this stat or not, Duncan, but incredibly, if you look at the win, draw and loss, the wins and draws add up to exactly 80%. So in 741 games, they only lost a fifth of those matches. I wonder which manager could do that today. What a terrific record. In his 13 years at the club, he used 75 players, and 8 of them went on to make over 400 appearances for the club. I think that's what you call fans royalty. And so there they were, great players, and we're going to see them up on stage in just a moment or two. They'll also be joined by Paul Trevelyan, who we've seen already, master artist and a man who was a great friend of Don's and was instrumental in some of the little bits and pieces that lifted the profile of Leeds United over the years. So Paul will be joining us. So let us now go back to 1972, the FA Cup winning team, who we welcome on stage, 9 of those players. Between them, they clocked up 3,663 games for the club, and here they are in alphabetical order. Would you welcome first to the stage, Mick Bates. Jack Charlton. John Giles. One more, Paul Revie. That just leaves our master artist, Mr. Paul Revie. So here we are, our cast is assembled. The Black Ball have seen it after all. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 850 people in this room tonight, and you are all a part of living history, and we're delighted to see you all here tonight. Gentlemen, you can see we have microphones strategically placed. I'm reliably told they're all up and functioning, so as and when you're telling a story, don't be shy in picking the microphone up and sharing your moments with us. So, if I could take you back, some of this we'll do in sort of chronological order as best we can without sort of making it one year and then another, because otherwise some people are going to have to sit here for a little while as they joined the club a little later on. But I thought just as a starter it would be quite nice to just get some reaction from the gentlemen on the platform here tonight about their early impressions of when they came to the club, whether they were those who joined at 15 or those who came later, as to exactly how they saw Don Revie, because you hear so many stories and so many tales. So, Jack, I'll start with you. You were here at Leeds United, if you could... Alan's in charge of the microphone for you. Of course, right at the start, Don was a player. What was he like in his playing days at Leeds United?
He was a very good player. He'd actually been from Amsterdam and he went to Sunderland. And Don went and bought him from Sunderland. And he was well past his best. He was well past his best. And then suddenly the manager at the time got a sack and Don Revie got the job.
Did you see in him, when you were playing alongside him, did you look at him and think this is a man who's going to carve out, if not quite such an illustrious career, he was going to make a good manager?
He made a good manager while he was with Middlesbrough, while he was here with the Leeds United players and the players that came through and John looked after us well. He got a better promotion from the player. I mean, we used to go and play cards on the train coming from London, and you know, John would sit and play, and Norman always won. And we had good time with Don. He would always tell you the truth. He'd never tell you a lie. Just to get from him, he'd always tell you the truth. And he impressed me anyway. And I was with him probably the longest of everybody.
Because in those very early days he was still playing, as I said in my introduction, and then they were very difficult times at Leeds, weren't they? It was nothing like the club it's become.
There was a team at Leeds, and John left it out once and it went down to Swansea. And I'd been injured before that, and I went and played in the game at Swansea. I think we won 2-0. And that completely changed the Leeds United attitude, because all the young lads were coming through now. And Chelsea was coming, and Mick was coming, and Alan Clark was coming, and these came in later on after time. But it was, they were very, very important that they came here. And with the players that were left, like Peter Lorimer, Eddie Gray, Mick, these were all players at that team, and they matched very, very well with the players that Don brought in. And I mean, he brought Mick in from Sheffield United, he brought Alan Clark in from... well, we're from Leicester, but nobody's bothered about it.
I must say, Jack told me tonight, when he signed me the gaffer, he actually got Jack in his office and gave him a cheque, like, because Jack thought I'd be earning him more than him, like, so he gave him a cheque, and so with me signing for Leeds, I earned him money.
What he's talking about, we believe.
We believe you, yeah. His first game in charge, I don't know whether you remember this, Jack, but it was away at Portsmouth, and you actually scored the goal playing as an emergency striker.
Yeah, and the goalkeeper dislocated his elbow. Not true, I'm absolutely true this. The ball was struck from the right-hand side, and I'd been in for a cross. And I jumped and I headed the ball in, and the post was there, and I just knocked the ball in there. And this lad had been jumping, and I sort of went over, bent over, and he came over my head, and he hit the ground behind his neck, and he dropped on his head, and his elbow was to be under his body, and it just came out. You know what it's like when you... I don't think you know what it's like. What happened was, the elbow was pushed right through that way. Like it just stretched on skin that was tight as this.
I think you might spare us the clinical details a little bit on this one, Jack.
The lad that happened, the trainer came on and he looked at him and he just turned away. We had to go and get him back and say, we'll get him off the field then.
Jack, the other thing from that particular game was, of course, that Billy Bremner played in the same team as you as well at Portsmouth. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Billy played outside right. He didn't play in the centre midfield like he normally would be when he came later. Billy played as an outside right, and he was crap.
How dare you?
So they moved him in midfield. But Billy was a great talent, man, a great player for everybody. We all loved Billy more than anybody else.
The following season, which was 1961-62, Leeds struggled big time, and it proved to be the end of Don Revie's career as a player. He decided he would concentrate on management, and it was the last game of the season, wasn't it? Where you survived it, and interesting to note here that the top scorers that season, both with 12 League and Cup goals, were Jack and Billy Bremner. That was clearly a very, very tough season for Don Revie and to the team there, surviving on the last game of the season.
Well, I don't remember it very much.
There was a win at Newcastle as well. That,
I used to go on and it surprised